and demonstrate godly character in my community. And so 3 times a year, I will go and receive all the teachings on leadership through Compassion International. I don't know whether it would have been possible if I never went to the LDP or the Leadership Development Program through Compassion, because they paid for my college to go to the university and study physics, and they paid for my studies to go and study leadership. Not only that, they gave me an opportunity to share the gospel. And so I want to show you some of the, that's my sponsor from Georgia. She visited me in the slums of Korogocho in 2008. There they are. So you also have an opportunity to visit your child and see what they are doing, how they are progressing in life. I'll give you a story before I continue. There was one son of the Kalenjin in Kenya. Kalenjin is a tribe, so we call them sons of the Kalenjin. The son of this tribe was sponsored by a lady from England. And so the lady from England continued to pray and writing letters back and forth. Then she realized that this child from Kenya wasn't academically viable, but this child had a talent, and the talent was running. So she started focusing all her letters on his talents and asked him, "What can you do best?" And he said, "I can run." "Okay, start running." And so the boy ran, and when he was in his 6th grade, he was the best in the whole school, because he could run and run and run and run. So he became the best, and he wrote back a letter to his sponsor and said, "I'm the best in my school. I ran more than anybody else. I bet I can even run more than a gazelle." And so they continued writing back and forth, and then he went to high school. He was the best runner in the whole school. So what he did when he was a sophomore or in his 2nd year in high school, what he did, because he could run than nobody else in the whole country, they ended up selecting him to run for the Olympics in Beijing, China. He wrote the letter and said, "Hey, Miss Hatha, I'll be running in Beijing." And then she was so excited and said, "Keep running, because you can do it and you can win." So the boy went to Beijing and ran. And she was there crying, watching her son, the one she adopted through Compassion, outrun everybody to scoop a gold medal in the Beijing Olympics. She was just there crying and saying, "I didn't know it will be this. I didn't know he will outrun everybody in the whole world." And so when time came for him to go back to the country, he talked to his coach and said, "I want to pass by England." And they told him, "Go ahead." And so he went to England. In one of the English cottages, the old lady was seated, basking on the afternoon sun, and then he comes in and says, "This is for you." The lady said, No, you ran." But the boy told her, "If it were not for you, I don't know whether I would have run. You encouraged me in those letters. You told me to run." And so it's an opportunity for you to communicate and to encourage a child in Africa, in Honduras, in Haiti, Ecuador, Bangladesh, India, anywhere Compassion is working, to encourage that child to be the best. They might not be good runners like Koech from Kenya, but they can be academically viable and proceed into greater heights. And the next slide I want to show you, that's Wilson. Wilson will be graduating from the Moi University in Kenya this year in August, and he's graduating with 1st class. First class, he's graduating with honors. Since first year to fourth year, he never got less than a B. He only had A's, A's from first year to fourth year at the university. And so he'll be graduating with honors from the university with BSc microbiology this year. So he can be academically viable, like physics and microbiology. Or he can be, or she can be something else, having a talent to sing and to be the best. And what you're doing, you're nurturing a child in a third world country. The next slide I want to show you, that's some of the LDP students. There's an arrow, it's not as blunt. I'm the one with the big red arrow. The other one has a small arrow. That's Jennifer. Jennifer went to the University of Nairobi and did, they call it LLB, Bachelor's of Law. She has a law degree. And right now she's a lawyer and studying at the same university, University of Nairobi, for master's degree in international law. She is an advocate, so meet my lawyer Jennifer there. She's an advocate for children in Africa, mostly we call it the Lake Basin region, which covers part of Sudan, going down to Zaire and Congo, and some parts of Angola, where children are suffering due to the wars that are happening in Africa. And so she's working for that organization as an advocate for kids and children in Africa called FECLAHA. And so Jennifer, we grew up this is the funniest part. I and Jennifer grew up in the same trash. We went to the same school. We went to the same college. And there she is, from trash to a lawyer. You never know. If I will be asked today, 16 years before you joined Compassion, what will you have become? I don't know what I will have become. I might have ended up being part of the statistics of the children who are dying in the slums because they don't have good health. Compassion covered for my health. I just fell sick. I feel like I have malaria. I just go and get medication from Compassion. I don't know how I will have ended up. Maybe I'll be among the statistics of the gangs in the slums. Maybe I'll be one of the best drug addicts in the slums. I don't know. But I give thanks and glory to God for salvaging me or from removing me from the slums of Korogocho. That's Olivier. Olivier Khaderi is Olivier, I don't know why he chose to use French names. So he has French names, and he's not yet French. He's African. So Olivier he's a missionary from Compassion Leadership Development Program. God has called him to serve as a missionary. He has gone to the university and studied sociology, but he went back and served in a church and said, this is what the Lord is calling me to do. So when you invest in a child today through Compassion, $38 a month, I bet if we walk out today and we go for lunch at Taco Bell's or McDonald's, 2 burgers, $38, or we go to Starbucks, I buy you coffee,